Well, here we are. You might know me from the first video I posted. She was a test run. Trust. We were getting there. I had to work towards a few things. Obviously, I'm no longer in my car. Um, but hi. If you don't know me, I'm May. I started a YouTube channel, and I called it Car Talk. And um, posted one video. It didn't really it it was a mess. Um but it was authentic and, people like authenticity. So, I like authenticity. But now we're in my bedroom and um I think, it was a good rebranding. I got a microphone. We got a ring light too. That's where you are right now. And I don't know. I think this will be a lot better than, how it was. Um, but hi, we're rebranding. It's gonna be off script. I don't know if you could read that right here. Probably not. But yeah, just a podcast. I say a lot. I'm really sorry. You're gonna get to know that real quick once I start getting things situated and posting on a normal schedule. But see, there we go again. Right now, my YouTube name does not match like my branding, but that's because YouTube only lets you change your name every 14 days, and I didn't read that. So I was trying out things, and it didn't go very well. But now we're in a comfy little space, and like that's the vibes I want to give off. I want to give off comfy. Maybe it's like a little FaceTime video that you just happen to scroll happen to scroll on. I hope you guys like my setup. I love my setup. I don't like how there's only two lights on in the cubicle unit, but I can't have a bunch of things plugged in. Guys, the electric bill's gonna be crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna see. Oh no, I can't grab Jim. I have little Funko Pops down here, and yes, I am one of the people who takes them out of the box. But the boxes were already busted, so it's not like I could just like keep it and then resell it once it got like rare. Because I don't want to do that. If I bought it, then I want to keep it. But look, it's Dwight. And I have a Michael down here. I have a lot of little trinkets. I love trinkets, if you can't tell. No, nobody can tell. Anyways, um, I think for this podcast, I just want to it's off script because there's no real like punctuality to it. There's no stature. Um, it's just whatever I want to talk about, I guess. And I already have a few little topics in my notes, but I just wanted to redo my introduction since, we're finally here and we're finally able to actually get a kickstart off of this. Um, and guess what, guys? I'm graduated. Yay! Girl, nobody cares. I don't know where to go from here. So I think I'm just gonna start spouting off things. I could honestly suck the helium out of a balloon. Would that be funny? I think it would be funny. But I don't know where my scissors are, so this might take me a little bit. This might take me a little bit. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm back. And honestly, lost a lot of air out of the balloon because I ripped it open with my teeth. But hold on. Kids, don't do this at home. You're really not supposed to be doing this at all. It like suctions the airflow out of your brain, but I think it's funny. So,
Did it work? Oh shit, it did. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Off Script.
it's
Alvin and the Chipmunks edition. first feature, first guest on the podcast is Alvin. He's my boy. Guys, okay, can we talk about how, like, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore are, like, basically, like, the three types for girls? Well, not really. But there's, like, Alvin, who's, like, kind of, like... I love Alvin. But he's, like, the louder one. He's kind of ditzy a little bit. But, like, he's got swag. And then there's Simon, who's voiced by Matthew Gray Gubler. For all those girls who love, love, love him. He nerdy, kind of shy, and that's some people's type. And then there's Theodore. Oh, sweet boy Theodore. He gives me maternal instincts. Like, I feel maternal instincts for Theodore because I'm like, oh, sweet, sweet summer child. But I'm not attracted to chipmunks. Let me just put that out there. That is not what this was about. This was not trying to be like, oh, Alvin and the Chipmunks. No. Do you guys see my tattoo? I have 4 of them. I got one right here. It's 444 in Roman numerals, which, by the way, I can write in, partially. I know some of them, but that's because I took Latin for 3 years. And did I learn a lot? No. And was I there for the last year? Not really. And then I have another one on the back of my arm. It's like a bunch of squiggly lines. Hold on. I don't know if you can see that. I'll check later. Psh. But I'm recording with my phone. So hopefully the camera quality is good. Because I didn't wipe off my camera before I started recording, did I? Not that I really need to, because I think it's clear right now. But girl, we never know. I think I want my first topic of this podcast to be probably, like, for my first real episode, parasocial relationships. Because I honestly think it's interesting. Because, like, it gets deeper than just finding a celebrity and being like, ooh, you fine as hell. No. There can be, like, lack of emotional connection that creates, like, a craving for that. Like, if you see someone on maybe YouTube or a podcast and you feel like, oh, I really just connect with them. I feel like they see me. Or maybe you don't feel like they see you and you just want to see them because you're like, I want to reach into their emotional depths and figure out just what makes them or what makes them tick. Which, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I have a really bad habit of doing that. Like, I just adore emotional depth. Just something about it, like someone who's able to articulate their emotions or even just be able to put a name to what they're feeling and express that they're feeling that. Because, guys, people are too nonchalant. I don't like it. Like, I'm not a very vulnerable person until now. You and me. It's you and me against the world. But, like, I'm a person who listens. I'll give advice, but I won't go out to seek it. I won't go, venting to someone or, like, I'll bottle things up until it bursts. And which usually happens at work. Guys, I yell a lot at work, but I work at a restaurant. So shout out to B-Dubs, #1 restaurant who hates their employees. I'm kidding. Don't fire me, guys. I love my job. But I don't know, like, seeing someone online who I feel can reach my emotional integrity is what initially draws me to someone. Because just seeing, it's mostly men, guys. It's mostly men. But you don't see emotional men anymore. Okay? What happened to that? I get like people, most men are like raised to, oh, emotional is, weak. Don't be weak. Guys, emotional is human. That's what this is. You're experiencing it because it is built into you. Anything that, is built into you isn't weak. Weaknesses are usually learned and can be worked around. But, emotionals, um, emotions, you can't really, just get rid of them. Because, like, even things with, like, substances, if you're, like, in a very, very much like an overthinker, it's just going to intensify that. That's what, alcohol, weed, that's what they do. They intensify emotions, they don't block them. Which is why you probably shouldn't do any substances if, you're not at a good place in up there, or, in a good place at all. Because those substances should not be used to self-medicate. You can like smoke occasionally, drink occasionally, but if you're doing it to block out something, or, you're missing something, you feel like you just need a break from all these overwhelming things you feel, it's not going to give it to you, babe. Even if initially, it feels great, you're like, oh, I feel floaty, I feel happy. You're not. And especially if you're turning to substances to try to reach that, you're not happy. But I'm not here to judge. I've done the same thing. And it gets better. No matter how many times people will tell you, they'll be like, oh, it gets better. You just have to wait, things will eventually get there. It's never always going to be great. And not everybody wants to say that, but it's a little roller coaster because all those emotions, again, they don't just shut off. But there's also good emotions, which people don't really correlate with emotions. They're like, oh, emotions mean like sad, angry. Have you guys seen Inside Out? Joy's in there. Bing Bong, loved him. God, I sobbed so fucking hard when he died. I'm not even kidding. Like, I curled in a ball, clenching my pearls, sobbing. It was horrible. Miss him. I'm not gonna start title this episode Bing Bong Memorial. Oh, I don't even remember most of Inside Out, and I have not seen the second one. But I know Maya Hawke plays Anxiety, which I think is cool. I like Maya Hawke. And her dad, Ethan Hawke. He was in Black Phone. That movie was kind of weird. Like, I'm a person who adores psychological horrors. Like, that is my shit. Because I don't like normal horror movies like It, but I don't like It because I don't like clowns. Clowns freak me out. Ever since that little clown epidemic in like 2017, could not do it. But I'm pretty sure I had a fear of clowns before that. They're just so freaky. Like, how do you look at that and you're like, yeah, you're a bundle of joy. I want you to come to my child's birthday party. No. No. That's horrible. Like, there's a reason that there's horror movies around them because they're horrifying. Horrific. I need to stop stuttering over my words. Opening up a podcast and you're like, That's what makes it authentic, guys. That's what makes it you and me. Because nobody's gonna be straight cut. Because usually people are like talking to other people on podcast. Unless you're Leo Skeppy, which, oh my god, I adore him. I watch his podcast while I'm doing my nails. Because I do Gel X. And it takes me like 3 to 5 hours. And I'll just like turn on some of his podcasts and I'm like, oh, he gets it. Which is great. Like, guys,
really suggest his podcast. I know people aren't going to come to my podcast and be like, oh, let's go watch Leo Skeppy. But oh, I adore him. And he's so funny. Like his TikToks, never met anybody like him. Back to the reason why I want to talk about parasocial relationships is because I feel like there's a guys, my chapstick is almost gone. But like I feel like there's a difference between girls who are like, oh my god, that's my husband. Oh my god, we're gonna get married. I'm gonna bring a book to the concert and he's gonna pull me up on stage because he's like, you're not like other girls. Like the Wattpad delusions. But there is people out there who like crave that connection with that person, which I feel like it's just, guys, I'm putting on two different things of chapstick, I'm sorry. I feel like I don't get enough. And I don't like when my lips are chapped because then I start eating it. I am a lip eater, guys. I'm not a lip biter though. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen those people who will like bite their lip but they put their whole bottom lip in their mouth? Like, I don't get that. Why are we eating it? Why are we like guys, you got to do like a corner or like not the whole lip, because I've seen people's bottom lip disappear into their mouths. Like, it's gone. Oh, I keep getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But the people who aren't Wattpad delusional and crave that like emotional connection, I feel like that's because they're open or not particularly ready for it, but they crave it and they see what they want in that person. And so they're attaching themselves to that person. So it's not particularly like, oh, I feel like my path of fate is going to lead me to meet so and so. Because, maybe there's a chance, because nobody knows. But it's more of like a placeholder for your attention and your depth. Because there will be someone out there for you one day. And everybody's going to be like, oh, but I have this aunt who's never been married. Guys, I have two of them. And they're happy because they didn't want that. They didn't find what they wanted and decide, oh, that's what I'm going to leave myself open for. They didn't care. And that's the thing, is people are like, oh, I'm so scared I'm going to end up alone, blah, blah, blah. You won't. There is someone out there for you. Your other rib, the one that you gave up. I don't know the like full story behind that. I'll probably have to research that, and maybe I can put that in like my little fate episode, because I'm a fate believer. I was never a believer. I'm sorry, guys. He was just never my cup of tea. I was a big Time Rush fan. Oh my gosh, I was such a big Time Rush fan. Like, it started in kindergarten, actually. I knew who I was from a very young age. But, Kendall, he's someone who tickled my fancy. Originally, he was the one I was like, oh, I want that. But then it was James. And, like, there's this girl who was my best friend at the time. And we would like go over to her house and watch Big Time Rush together, and like we had shirts, I had a lamp, and we were just like obsessed. But she tried telling me like in later years that I ended up liking Logan, which, like, yeah, he don't say that. But, like, he's cute. Like, he's sweet. And I feel like I try to deter myself towards, like, the, you know, what's a word for it? I like the suave cool boy who's a little bit dumb. Like I try so hard for that to be my type for some reason. But guys, the shy kind boys, I can't. I love them. It's bad. It's bad. Cuz that's where I'll get into. Oh, this is horrible. I feel like a lot of this podcast will just be me laughing at myself because I'm probably the person who makes myself laugh the most because I think I'm hilarious. Like, even on the days that I'm feeling insecure or, things seem so out of whack where I don't know who I am, I still think I'm so fucking funny. And it's like the dumbest thing because sometimes the things I say aren't even that funny. But I just like, I laugh at everything and it's kind of bad. Like, there's some things I shouldn't find funny. No, that's bad. I'm not like that. Um, I don't know. I laugh at myself a lot. Like, even things I shouldn't laugh at myself for, I'm just giggle shitting. But that's another thing. That's a coping mechanism, guys. If you haven't realized that yet, humor as deflection, that's a coping mechanism. You're protecting yourself, putting that armor back up, and sometimes you gotta let that armor down, girl. You gotta. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Gotta lock in. Um, but sometimes you just gotta, sit back and let yourself breathe because you deserve to. And, this air around us is not signified for just one person. Oh, that gets me onto another thing. Because again, like I said, I have a notes full of podcast topics I want to do because I've been trying to get this thing up and running for a while. I've had my mind set on it, which by the way, if you got your mind set on something, you can do it. But it just took me a little bit of time and money. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I've been through like 3 different microphones because I bought one. And you know how I told you that I didn't read the YouTube, thing that says you can only change your name for 14 days? I don't read at all, apparently, because I bought this Fifine microphone. And it's the one that plugs into speakers, not with an aux cord, but with like those big guitar cords. And and then I bought different adapters for it, trying to get it to work. Because, like I like to look at the microphone. I don't like how it says Rode right here. Like, I get its branding, but like, I don't like that. Anyways, but like, it just wouldn't work. It wasn't compatible. So I tried doing it on my laptop. Still wasn't compatible. And, so then I tried to buy another one. And it ended up being a lightning cord instead of USB-C. And I have an iPhone 16. So they don't use the lightning cords anymore. And I actually found out that
Because when I got the microphone, I went in back into Best Buy and I was like, hey, I have a USB-C. I can't, use this. And guys, I don't want to go out and buy another adapter. I was so tired of buying adapters. But I was like following the guy around and he was like, oh, did you know that, they stopped using lightning chargers because Apple was getting like sued for it? And I was like, are you serious? They were like, yeah, it's just taking so much money for people to have to buy designated chargers for this that they had to make it more reasonable. Because like Samsungs use USB, pretty sure Google phones do too, USB-C. And I was like, wow, that's great. But I kind of wish they still did use lightning cables because then I wouldn't have to switch all my chargers, all my cords. Like I can't even use my earbuds anymore because they had a lightning cable because, they took away the headphone jack so far long ago. Which I don't get that. Like I get you want people to buy like AirPods, but honestly, like I like the cords better. I think it sounds better. But I didn't want to buy like a whole new thing like earbuds, phone chargers, everything that I had for my old phone. I had to anyways. I did not buy new earbuds though, which guys, I miss them. I'm a designated wire user. Also, I think they look better. Like I get like you can like hide AirPods behind your ear, just, nonchalant, cover it. But I feel like the wires have like a little zest. They have like a certain look that I like. Does that make sense? Like you can make it work with an outfit. I get that you don't have to make AirPods work with an outfit, but like you can make wires work with an outfit and it'll look cool. I shouldn't be talking about outfits right now because I'm wearing brown sweatpants and a white t-shirt. But guys, like I said, we're trying to make this show. We're trying to make this like little little phone time. I really hope I sounded like Morgan Freeman right there cuz I thought I did. But I'm starting to realize I probably didn't. And I meant FaceTime. I don't know why I said phone time. I really hope I sounded like Morgan Freeman. Oh my gosh. When I was younger, I used to be able to do this like scarily accurate Pikachu impression. But that's because my voice was higher. My voice is definitely not as high as it used to be. Thankfully. I don't know what I'd do if I still had a high voice. I'd probably Alvin and the Chipmunks. Anybody? Um. Oh my gosh. I keep getting videos on my For You page with "Rock That Body" by the Black Eyed Peas. Like I'm not a relationship person because I'm very, very avoidant when it comes to relationships. But that trend is so, so, so cute. Like I'll see things and think that they're cute. And I'll see things and be like, oh, that would be fun to do. Or, oh, if I was in a relationship, I would do this. But then anytime I'm given the opportunity to be in one, I can't stay. Like, me and the 3-month rule on lock. Except I did have a 2-year relationship. We don't talk about that. Also, I just want to thank you guys. Like the 5 subscribers I have off of that really shitty video. That made me so happy. And there was one comment that I didn't see because I deleted the video because I was like, I left this up. But I think that's partially because I was evolving into my podcast. I was making this area, which, by the way, took me a few hours. But
I don't know, like, I saw it and I was like, that needs to get off my page right now because I want consistency. I want to be able to, have the same surrounding vibe in my episodes so that I can talk about whatever I want to, but it still be like a comfort and something familiar, which is not familiar to you yet. Yet. But we'll get there. Um, I don't know. Like something about having a podcast makes me so, so excited because I'm someone who talks a lot. But I'm also a person who talks a lot like in my notes, not really outwardly to other people. Like I'll go on tangent after tangent, ramble after ramble, but I don't all the time because I'm like I want to give this person the opportunity to talk, and often I'll feel like I'm talking too much about myself even if what I'm saying isn't really, you know, focused around me. I'll be like, "Oh, I'm talking too much. Oh, I want to give them opportunity to talk about their things in their life." So I shut myself up a lot, which isn't like it's not entirely a bad thing, I don't think, but I feel like it also comes from my past people pleasing tendencies because I used to be such a big people pleaser. I know I still am a little bit. Like whenever there's other people in my house, like even if it's family staying, I feel like I have to tiptoe around. I feel like I can't use certain bathrooms because, that's where they are going to go if they need to use the bathroom and I don't want to take up the bathroom. And like I'm scared of everything, which probably has like a deeper reason because it was a learned trait. It's not like my brain was just wired that way. No, it was a learned trait, which, by the way, guys, a lot of the traits you have probably are learned. But that brings me to another thing. Trauma does not give you an excuse to be a bad person. Like I have no room to talk about what other people have experienced because everybody's experiences are different. Nobody was raised the exact same. Like I wasn't even raised the same as my siblings. My parents weren't raised the same as their siblings. You know, nobody's raised the same. But you don't have to take that and use it as an excuse. You can use it to build, to grow, and to learn yourself, which is what I've been doing. And honestly, it's helped a lot to see that in a light of learning myself and learning how my past experiences have, you know, built me up to the place I am now, even in the really dark places that I've been. And I don't know, like I just feel like so often people will use trauma as an excuse. Like not entirely to be a bad person, but they'll use it to, maybe get out of things. But guys, that's what makes trauma define you. Cuz everybody's like, "Oh, don't let your trauma define you, blah blah blah." That's the only way that trauma is defining you is by you using it as an excuse. Because like I said, you can build, grow, learn, and by doing that, you're releasing yourself and forgiving yourself for who you were then and, giving yourself the leeway that you may not have been given. And I don't know. Like everybody deserves to have peace of mind, which is a lot to ask because, you know, everybody's life is different. Sometimes people have really bad living situations or, they're in an unhealthy relationship that they just can't seem to get out of because they believe that's all they're going to get. They believe this is where they're supposed to be. But I think the first thing
everybody should do is look in here and in here, because that's what matters. So many people do not put themselves first, and it pains me, especially when there's people who put themselves on such a high pedestal that they stop caring about other people. But there is such an easy level ground to get to. Like, caring about yourself is not easy, but there's a level ground where you can care about people and you can also care about yourself, because you are your first priority. At the end of the day, you're who's going to take care of you, because you're the only one who truly knows what's going up there. You can tell people all these things, but have they felt what it's like to be in your brain? Have they felt the emotions that make your chest convulse, that make you sick to your stomach? Probably in their own way, but that's it. It's their own way. And who at the end of the day is with you all the time? Every single second of every single day. Who is with you all the time? You are. And that's why you need to take care of you. And like, you can allow yourself to be taken care of by other people. You can allow yourself to take care of other people, because, you know, that's what creates bonds. That's vulnerability. But you can't create a reliance on it. You can't be like, oh, you know, I'm not myself without this person. You know, this person needs me, so I have to put my own needs aside. You need you. Nobody is themselves in someone else. Like, you can find this person that brings out the best in you, that makes you feel so happy and so free, but that does not mean you need to depend on them, because that's what a lot of relationships turn into, is dependencies. And I believe that independence is a thing that should really be prioritized in relationships. But I'm also a person who loves my independence, so, you know, it might be different for you. And that's what I'm saying. Everyone is different. I'm not here to sit here and be like, oh, you're doing this wrong in your life. Oh, you know, you're too dependent on your boyfriend, or you're too avoidant from your girlfriend, and that's what's creating your issues. I'm speaking from my own experiences and what I feel best works for me, because I'm someone who had to create my own space and work in my own head so much. Like, I am constantly thinking. Even when I try to go to sleep, I'm sitting there, laying there overthinking. And then I'm someone who dreams very, very frequently. So I'm even thinking in my sleep. I'm reliving everything, and then I wake up and try to dissect every dream, which is a lot of thinking, especially because, like, I could be doing the most tasking thing, you know, running around work or doing who knows what, like this. I'm still thinking because my brain doesn't shut off, which is why I feel like, not why I feel like, but this is why I love having a podcast now, because I can finally have an outlet to get all those thoughts out and all those beliefs and all those, you know, things that kept me up at night. I can finally put them out, and maybe someone else can see it and connect, or see it and be like, wow, you know, I didn't think about that. Because that's another thing. Oh my goodness. I love hearing other people's thoughts. That's what I want to do. If this podcast ever gets like big or anything, which is not my expectation, I don't care. I'm still going to do it. I don't care how many hate comments or how many people dislikes maybe. I like talking, and big thinker. But eventually I do want to get other people on here if that ever comes up as an opportunity, because I just love hearing other people's thought processes. And like, I'm one of those people who will sit and dissect someone for both the person to, you know, get it out, but also because I enjoy, dear Lord, do I enjoy hearing other people think and how their brain works. Like, I just want to stick my gangly little fingers in their brain and poke around in there. Because, I don't know. It's just different, like, the difference of psychology in each person. Because even if most people's brains are, you know, sectioned the same way, nobody thinks the same. Nobody feels everything the same. Like, not even, like, twins, triplets, quadruplets. Like, they are not experiencing everything the same. And I just love hearing about other people's experiences and how they think and how they feel. Like, I'd sit there and just listen and ask questions because I love, 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 love. That's what makes me a good person, like a person who's good at asking questions, is because I know which section I want to hit. I know which part of your brain that I want to make tick. Which sounds crazy, I know. But it just makes me a good conversationalist. Which is great at a restaurant job. Because those tips, baby, they coming from all these conversations we be having. I need to figure out how long I want to have these podcasts. Like, how long I want to have each episode. Because, like, I go on tangents. I'm one of those people who will start talking and just go off on plenty of different, you know, subjects. Sorry, there's a little stuffed animal on my floor. Whoa! It's Mordecai. No, it's not. Oh my gosh. There was this dude I was going out with, and I sent him that, like, that stuffed animal, and then he sent me back a photo of his sister that had the same one. And I was like, oh, I don't want to talk about him, guys. I feel like I shouldn't talk about people on here. Like, I feel like if I start talking about people, then eventually it'll end up reaching them. Because when something's on the internet, it does not truly go away. Which is also scary. Because I love, like, commenting on TikToks, especially if, like, edits of people I watch. It's nothing, like, weird. Like, I'm not saying, like, oh, come right on this. But it's more so, like, I don't know. It's not embarrassing because I'm commenting those things in the first place. But it's unprofessional, almost. Which, this isn't professional at all. And that's just, like, kind of who I am. I love making offhand comments because I love making people laugh. It is one of my favorite things to make somebody laugh. It's so, like, liberating. I adore it because, like, I'm someone who finds myself funny. So when you find me funny, I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Do you guys see all, like, the Snoopy things I have up here? I have a lot of shit up here. Like, I barely fit on this chair. Which I usually do. Like, this is my lounge chair. But I have a lot of stuffed animals. Like, I'm laying on half of them right now. I'm laying on Hello Kitty. There's, like, a bunch back here. They actually go deeper down in here. There's, like, a little crevice right here. And I have a giant piglet in there. But he's also holding up, like, everything back here. Except these. These are these are living on hopes and dreams. This is my childhood stuffed animal. Her name is Honey Bunny. I've had her since I was maybe like 6. She's my girl. She helped me through every night because that's a thing. I cannot sleep without a stuffed animal. Even at my 18 years old, my 18 years of age, I cannot sleep without a stuffed animal or without the TV on. And it can't be like white noise because white noise freaks me out. But it has to be like a YouTube video because I need to hear somebody talking. Because when I was little, I used to have to convince myself that somebody in my house was awake or I couldn't sleep, which don't try to psychoanalyze that because I don't want to hear it. But you know, that's just one of my little quirks is, you know, I can't sleep without sound, but it can't be like music or white noise because music is way too stimulating. And like I can listen to Frank Ocean. Oh, I love Frank Ocean. Come back, Frank Ocean. We miss you. But like it has to be somebody talking. And I always have to have a stuffed animal or else I have nightmares. Guys, I've had these quirks since I was a child. And it's still childish. I get it. But like that's the only thing that brings me comfort when I sleep. But for some reason I can't sleep around other people. Well, I can't sleep comfortably. Like I won't reach REM sleep around other people because I don't know. I just can't. Like it's not that I'm uncomfortable. Maybe I'm just scared someone's gonna kick me in my sleep and I'm gonna be jolted awake. It might be that I'm uncomfortable. But like I used to sleep in the same bed as not my little cousin, my older cousin a lot. And she would end up like rolling on top of me and it was horrible. Just kidding. Love you, Lily. But I don't know. I just can't sleep around other people because one, it's way too hot. Like I'm sorry. I get too fucking hot in my sleep. Like I'll have 3 fans going and then sometimes I'll still wake up sweating. But that's also because I have like 4 blankets. But I don't know, like sleeping around other people, it's just not for me. Like I can't share beds and sleep soundly. And hopefully I'll grow out of that. Cuz like I do want to get married at one point and I don't want to be one of those people who, you know, don't share don't share a bedroom or a bed. But I don't know. Really hope I grow out of that. I don't think I really talked about the podcast a lot. Like I feel like I just spewed off on dumb shit. Nothing's dumb, you know. Feelings are valid. But I don't know. Again, I am really excited for this podcast. And thank you again to those 5 people who are already subscribed. I really appreciate you because you saw that dumb video and you're like, "Yep. Yep, I want to subscribe to her." You're the sweetest. I love you. Um but I think we could probably like summarize and then I'll let you go. um so again, I'm May and this I'll be I'll find a schedule because I literally have vacation in a week, so I can't immediately like, you know, be like, "Oh, I'm going to post every Monday or every Friday" and not be home for the next week. But yeah, you know, I'm just going to talk about a bunch of random things, maybe talk about my plans for the future for this podcast. It's going to be very spontaneous and off script. So, I don't know. I'm really excited. And by the way, that one person who commented, I'm so sorry because I love interaction. Like, I want everybody to comment every thought, even if it's mean. Because, like, I post on TikTok a lot. And something about me and mean comments, I love trolling people. It's so funny. Maybe it's my earring just fell out, guys. Maybe it's immature. I get it. But I don't know. Like, maybe it's immature. I get it. But, like, it's still interaction. You still took time out of your day to comment this. So why do you expect me to take it seriously? Like, if you're trying to hate on me while you're taking time out of your day and your, like, mental comprehension to think about it, that's on you, baby. I'm sorry. But I'm just doing what I enjoy doing. And like, you're not going to like everything that everybody's doing. I don't like everything that everybody's doing because that's how the world works. That's how your comprehension works. Nobody's the same, and therefore nobody's going to like everything that everyone's doing. Nobody's going to like everyone. That's another thing. Like, just because you don't like everyone does not mean you need to go out of your way to hate somebody. Like, I don't like people. I don't like a lot of people. But I'm not going out of my way to be a bad person about it. I'm just like, oh, avoid them. Don't talk to them. Don't interact. Like, my blocked list is almost like my entire graduating class. But, like, that's what you should do. Like, if you don't like someone, just avoid it. Just click the block button, click the disinterested button, and move on with your day. Because there's no reason you should go out of your way to put someone down because you don't like them. That's just my thing. But yeah, if you do have something to comment, go ahead. Because I do want to hear your thoughts. But not criticism. I'm kidding. I don't take constructive criticism very well. I'm like, oh, so you hate me and want me to die. Okay. Shit. Well, there's my advice. No, I'm working on that. But yeah. I'm super excited. And it was so good meeting you. I love you. I love you.